All right, so heading out to the worm farm right now. It's a piece of garbage that's not supposed to be in there. This is from my home worm bin, so sometimes some random stuff ends up in there. Heading out to the worm farm. I'm gonna take all these worms from my home bin out there to start before I use my breeder bins to seed it, just to make sure they work out. These have lived outside in here all winter long and have survived really well. So even though we're still early March, it's still gonna get cold a little bit, and I know these worms can handle the cold. So we're gonna go put these out in the farm, feed them their new food. I'm gonna bring back some food to feed in my breeder bins that I started last year to get them used to their new food. Should be a pretty productive day. All right, worms, let's go to your new home. Ugh. Man, it's a nice day. 65 while I was driving out here. Hey, what do you guys? Oh, you just want to play. 65 while I was driving out here. It was cool. Seeing everyone out in their yards and in their fields working, kind of getting ready for spring. It's happening fast. It's funny. I'm in the shadow of the mountain now. Rolling out here, it was 65. As soon as I got in the shadow, though, it's dropped to 55. Hopefully, it don't get too chilly tonight. I only see 2 nights in the next 2 weeks where it's going to be below freezing. So I figured I'd get started on the spring worm farm. That'd be kind of exciting. I need to uncover this. It's just stuck being cold, or my thermometer's acting up. It says the worm beds are at 40. That can't be right. Maybe it is, though. Who knows? Let's go out and check the compost piles. Hey, no fighting. I'll give you guys attention. Hey. Oh, don't growl at me. Get off. You guys get so needy as soon as I pet you. Our large pile of snow is almost gone. That's nice. This was almost... Last time I was here was after a storm and it all kind of slides off the roof. This is a nice 3-foot mound of snow. All right, this is the end of the manure pile. This one's mainly cow manure. So right now it's saying it's about 55. Stick my probe down in there. See what happens. Not changing. Let's go try a different spot. This should have started heating up by now. Kind of shocked that it's not. It's going up slow. Not as fast as I'd like, though. I guess I gotta climb up on this pile, try a different spot. Up on the pile of crap. Ooh, there we go. Maybe I shouldn't have been doing it on the north side. Hey, puppies, get back. Hey, how much attention do you guys need? All of it? You're a beast. Hey, here, big old Mastiff lab. No, you don't have to knock me out of the way. I need to look at the probe. Now I got the dogs out of the way. Or do I? Really? Really, dude? Kidding me? Jeez. What does that say? Stop! Stop it! What is your problem? They haven't seen me in a few weeks. They're excited. Okay, that one, which I've been told is mostly horse and cow manure, got up to just under 80, the hottest spot I could find. I stuck it in 2 or 3 different spots. We got a new pile right here, which I think is just stall material. So it has a lot of hay in it. Hopefully it's hotter. I'm gonna pull from whichever one is hotter. Probably. I may do a 50-50 mix and see which ones the worms prefer. Right. Stick this down in there. Ho ho! Look at that go. We're cooking now. All right, so our pile that's mostly stall material, that's been run through the manure spreader, so it's been beat up and knocked into smaller chunks, is, I mean, it's not super hot, but 110 is, it's toasty. It'd keep you comfortable. Let's go try down here in a different spot. Ooh, we're going higher. Still going. We are gonna stop just under, oh, we're still, yeah, 135. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's a mystery pile. It's a hodgepodge of a lot of different types of manures and sawdusts and who knows. So I don't even know how hot this is gonna get. And it's cooling down. Let's try a different spot. I am on the north side of these things, which did have snow on them as little as a week ago. So we'll go up on top. How about that? Oh, this is kind of soft. Makes me nervous. Break the crust. Who knows what I'll end up in. It's a little bit cold still. About 60. Another spot on the mystery pile. About 65. A little under that. Yeah, it's still going up a little bit. Get me out this pile is it stinks really bad, but you can see there's a nice big thick crust on it that I'm slowly breaking through as I step. Yeah, gross. All these gases out, stinks real bad. Another spot on the mystery pile is just under 70. Well, it's warmer than it was a week ago or 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was here. So hopefully it keeps heating up. I'm gonna feed a little bit to the worms since it has some energy in it. It's better than what I was feeding them last year. So let's get the wheelbarrow and get some food for them and get started. This is where I was digging last year. And when I was digging last year, there was steam coming out of here, and I took a couple temperature readings, and at one point I had 145, but I think this pile is completely finished and inert now. If I can get my... Yep, temperature's dropping. So this pile went from being nice and steamy last year to finished and dead this year. So no real nutritional value in here, but you see all that white speckle stuff? That's all eggshells that were tossed out of a chicken farm not too far away from here. So this pile will still have use as a bedding and additive pile. So I'm still gonna throw a little bit here and there, so we're not gonna waste any of this. This old compost is still gonna get used, just not as our main source of feed, because to be honest, it's not feed at all. You're the neediest dog. Lucky I like you so much. And you're jealous all the time. My lights I installed last fall still work. That's nice. So I'm gonna start this spot over again. I'm gonna start right here because we're harvesting this. This is all finished, and that's gonna, if these worms do good here in the new feed that we're gonna test, we'll start adding more worms to here and get this moving. This is all horse manure and cow manure and stuff left over from our siftings. Temperature's already raising in these new beds. That's nice. It's above 40, so once we get worms in here, they should do pretty good. Okay, that part is all clean and ready for the restart. It's springtime, we're moving again. We're gonna do all three in different spots on that back end. So first corner will be the mystery manure. And now I know why it's not getting hot. Oh man, that stinks. It's gone pretty anaerobic. I think this crust and the snow over it, and it being kind of soupy as it is, it couldn't get a lot of oxygen down there. Oh man, I may leave this one out for a bit or turn it up, put some water on it, and hopefully it changes its type of decomposition, because whew, that is strong. It's bad. I know what I'm gonna do. This type in this corner, next type in that corner, last type kind of out front in the middle. Kind of make a triangle, the different manures. Then I'm gonna take my 5-gallon bucket of worms over there, dump it right in the middle. I don't think I'm gonna need to wet any of this down. It's pretty damp. I mean, it's really wet, so I don't think we need to wet that down at all. And then I'll come back next week and kind of dig through it and see what the worms chose. And depending on what the worms do will depend on how I mix this feed. If they're all kind of equally in the same bit, we'll mix it equally. If they all kind of prefer one, we'll use mostly that one and mix in the other ones sparingly. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not sure you can see it on the video. Oh yeah, steamy. Good stuff. Cool off quick now that it's kind of out and been mixed with the air, but yeah, this is good stuff. It's nice is this stuff doesn't stink at all. You see it's still steaming up there. I'm actually probably gonna put the worms a little bit off to the side of this one so they don't cook. But I imagine, oh man, there's a lot of nice worms coming out that. Not enough to kill them, hopefully. I'll put them off to the side of it a little bit. It's gonna cool down a lot now that it's a smaller pile and it's been mixed with the cooler air. Another nice thing about this is this doesn't stink at all. At least not in the nasty way that that pile back there stunk. This kind of smells sweet. It has that good earthy compost smell. I love it. All right, second pile in. Let's grab the last one, then add our worms. Yeah, this one's mostly cow manure. Tell because it's just thick and soupy. But stick my hand down in here and it's warm, so it hasn't gone, and it doesn't stink that bad. It doesn't have the gassy methane smell that other one did. So I think it's all right. It's got a lot of hay and stuff in it. I think the worms will like this just fine, even though it didn't get very hot. We'll see how they take to it. I personally think that stall manure and stall material one is going to be the best, the one that was the hottest. Our feed pile's getting long enough. It was worth coming in on the back side of the shed here. What's funny is we're still not even halfway down to the end. The end's still way down there. Man, I hope this farm grows this big. That'd be amazing. I'm going to wet this down and prep Brad and worms to it because it's gotten a lot drier, even though I wetted it down 3 weeks ago. This border collie obsessed with the hose. He'll ignore me the whole time I'm here, and then I turn on the hose and he comes running over. Funny dog. Love these dogs. Too much? One more. There you go. Okay, now that's all wetted down. The dog's been wetted down. It's time to add the worms. Got a bucket. I kind of tried to find balls of worms as I could. I dug around in my bin a little bit. We're going to add it onto this. Right in the middle. I did get this a little bit wet too because these two were a little bit dry. This one is just soupy, so I try not to spray it too much. Yummy. There's a good mix of Reds and Europeans. Quite a lot of worms. So I just kind of put these in the middle. We'll see what they choose. I think they're going to choose that back corner mostly, but wouldn't be surprised if a lot end up in this front one that I think is mostly cow. Pretty sure this back one either comes from the dairy up the road or a pig and chicken farm. It may not be very good. It's pretty nasty stuff. Nothing like these other two. Since these crazy dogs can't seem to stay off of anything, I covered this plywood. I left, kind of propped it up and left it open on this side, so airflow will continue to be good. come back in a week or so and do an update, see where the worms ended up. Going out to grab a little bit of the feed. I'm actually going to grab the stall mix stuff. I'm going to take it home because I'm going to add it to my worm breeding bins because I'm breeding some worms to bring out here, so I don't have to buy as many this year. That would be really nice. But I want to get them used to what they're going to be eating, so I'm going to throw some of this fresh hot stuff on there and start feeding them that for the next few weeks. I'm going to let them go for another 45 days or so before I bring them out here and dump them on the farm. Should be quite a few worms by then. All right, there we go. Got some from the steamy pile. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. All right, heading out. Dogs are following me. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. This farm's about to really get rolling. Last year was kind of an experiment year and a mistake year. I'm sure we're still going to make mistakes this year. It's just what you do when you're learning something new and trying something big and different than you've done before. And that's what I'm doing. If you leave comments, I like talking to people, learning about getting advice and stuff like that. Some advice I need is someone recently who knows a lot more about this stuff than I do told me selling the castings might be a waste of time. Let me know what you guys think or any advice you guys might have. I need to make this venture profitable at some point instead of just a hobby. At least that's the goal. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, throw your advice in the comments. It'd be great to talk to y'all. All right, take it easy. See you next time.